Hi, I'm Carol Andrews for another episode of Southwest TV News. Here are some of the stories coming up on today's show.
Residents of Maple Creek have been long awaiting a new hospital. And in 2014, the new Southwest Integrated Healthcare Facility will open its doors. Raising awareness and funds for mental health is the goal of the Cross Canada Bike Tour called Enough is Enough. Ginny and Carrie Dennehy, along with their two nephews, started their journey on Mother's Day from Whistler, BC, biking their way from coast to coast in support of mental health. Community spirit shined through in Swift Current as the United Way Day of Caring brought local nonprofits and businesses together. The week kicked off with a barbecue hosted by lead sponsor Pioneer Co-op, followed by 12 community projects throughout the city.
Thanks for joining us here today. The Cypress Health region has a number of initiatives underway across the Southwest. And in this report, we bring you an update on projects in Maple Creek and Shaunavon.
Residents of Maple Creek have been long awaiting a new hospital. And in 2014, the new Southwest Integrated Healthcare Facility will open its doors. Over the past several months, progress has been made at the construction site of the $45 million facility, which will include 24 acute beds and 48 long-term care beds. A project which the health region says is on schedule and on budget.
You know, we're getting excited. We're about a year away from moving into that building. So I know that after this summer, we're going to have, the structure, and we're going to start to see what that feels like inside that building as they complete the construction through this winter. So yeah, it's exciting. We're at that exciting point in the construction where we're seeing something.
Meanwhile, up the highway in Shaunavon, residents of this Southwest community will soon be offered a new style of primary health care 7 days a week, all headquartered out of the local hospital.
We are in the midst of just completing our construction for our primary health care clinic, so we're just in the final days of getting the work done there. We will be looking at having some sort of an open house when we get that up and running, so that the community is welcome. They can see where they would come in to use that service, and we could have some service providers available just to talk about what their role is. We find that when we start a new primary health care site, that it's important for the community to actually meet a nurse practitioner, understand what scope that they can provide and the services that they play and provide within our health system.
Upgrades in healthcare, which the town's mayor says has been long overdue.
Our community is growing on a daily basis right now, and new businesses opening, and we just, healthcare is of the utmost importance, and it's going to be a very welcome change. Hopefully, the implementation will be successful, and we'll have our doctors, nurse practitioners, and the nursing care in place. We just have to wait and see how it all unfolds for us. We've had many disappointments, and hopefully this time, with the due diligence that's been given by the health region, we'll see some change that is long term.
An open house is planned on June 24th in Shaunavon to introduce local residents to the upgrades of the hospital and the start of the new primary health care initiative. Southwest TV News is hitting the road with our annual Summer Around the Southwest tour, covering a variety of exciting events across the region. The Southwest TV News Summer Around the Southwest tour is proudly brought to you by Innovation Credit Union. Imagine the possibilities.
Raising funds and awareness of mental health issues is the focus of a Cross Canada Bike Tour. We have more in this report.
Raising awareness and funds for mental health is the goal of the Cross Canada Bike Tour called Enough is Enough. Ginny and Carrie Dennehy, along with their two nephews, started their journey on Mother's Day from Whistler, BC, biking their way from coast to coast in support of mental health, a cause which is close to their heart. after the loss of their 17-year-old son to depression.
He loved life. He had lots of friends. He actually went to Notre Dame in Wilcox, Saskatchewan. And he came down with depression, and it came on him very, very quickly. We as parents did not know the signs and the symptoms, but we did have him at the doctor's, and he was on medication at the time, but we didn't know nearly as much as we should have known about this depression. So in 2001, Kelty took his life in our home in Whistler.
The Dennehy's created the Kelty Patrick Foundation in memory of their son and have raised over $5 million and opened 2 treatment centers in BC, focusing on youth and mental health issues. Now with the Cross Canada tour, the Dennehy's are hoping to expand the service across Canada, with similar style treatment centers in each province and territory. The Dennehy's goal is to raise $5 million through the tour and similar community rallies such as the one in Swift Current.
We have to start to think about youth, because this is where obviously signs of depression can start really early. And the studies show that if you can diagnose and treat a young person at an early age, that they will be able to live a very happy, fulfilling life. But we as parents need to take the time, we need to educate ourselves, and we need to understand what the signs and symptoms are. And it's not just parents, it's community workers, it's teachers, it's the hockey coaches, it's the football coaches.
A project which is applauded by the local branch of the Canadian Mental Health Association.
Certainly it has been a focus of our local mental health group to start to look at youth mental health, both recognizing that for a young person, adolescence is a really difficult time anyway. And then if added to that are mental health issues like depression, can really be overwhelming. We want to find out how we can help that and help people to go on and have a successful and enjoyable life.
The Enough is Enough bike tour will conclude on August 11th in Cape Spear, Newfoundland. To make a donation or to find out more about the Kelty Patrick Dennehy Foundation, log on to their website.
Residents of Swift Current join forces for a special fundraiser for the United Way. We bring you these highlights from the Day of Caring.
Community spirit shined through in Swift Current as the United Way Day of Caring brought local nonprofits and businesses together. The week kicked off with a barbecue hosted by lead sponsor Pioneer Co-op, followed by 12 community projects throughout the city. Southwest Homes was one of the recipients of the United Way Day of Caring, with a total of 7 projects undertaken by business volunteers. Overall assistance, which was greatly appreciated by Executive Director Susie Idam.
We are funded by the government, but of course most of our funding goes to looking after the clients and making sure that the supports are there for them. So there isn't always a lot left for doing the yard work and keeping things up. And we have some beautiful yards for people to be in, and just not enough hours in the day, I think, to keep them maintained. So we're so thankful for the corporate sponsors that have come out and are doing the work.
A day of caring and giving back to the community, which these volunteers from PharmaSave were glad to be a part of.
It's just a really great fit for what we do in our store. We're all about helping the community that supports us, and it was just one more way that we could get our staff involved in the community. And Southwest Homes is a group that we do a lot of work with, and so for us it was just a win-win, something that we could give back for everything that the community does for us.
Southwest Crisis Services also participated in the promotion, with their van receiving a thorough cleaning inside and out by the crew of Southwest Abilities Council. A project which not only assists with these housekeeping tasks, but also awareness of Southwest Crisis Services and the many programs it offers to residents of the region.
We've been really blessed to be a partner of the United Way for a number of years, and certainly are thrilled to see a real renaissance happening, I think, with the United Way now. A lot of new energy and new plans. So we're really happy to be able to see new projects like this come on board, as well as receiving funding from the United Way. And I think the Day of Caring certainly helps grow the volunteer base and encourage people in businesses and even individuals in the community to step up and help.
The Day of Caring has been incorporated by other United Way agencies across Canada. And now on a local level, the Swift Current branch hopes to do this on an annual basis.
Because oftentimes people don't realize what's actually going on in their own communities. They know that we have agencies, and they know these agencies do good things, but they don't actually know what goes on behind the scenes or what the issues are or where they need resources or are lacking. And so this is a great way for them to build relationships with those agencies as well as give back. And it's a short time frame, it's easy to do, and it's a great way to support your community.
The Swift Current United Way serves 15 agency members and hosts numerous fundraisers throughout the year, including a golf tournament later this month.
Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at mylocaltv.ca. And be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.